Today we'll be reviewing Aquaman number 14, which is written by Geoff Johns with art by Pete Woods and Pere Perez. This issue serves as a prequel to the Throne of Atlantis event. We start in the past where we see a group of pirates has captured Arthur's grandfather. The pirates seem to fear him and end up killing him before a contingent of Atlanteans arrive and sink their vessel. At Belle Reve Prison, Black Manta is approached with an offer to join the Suicide Squad. He violently rejects the offer and says that he will only die for Aquaman. Troubled by the theft of the Atlantean artifacts, Aquaman sends a message via fish to his brother, Ocean Master, saying that he wants to meet. They meet at the wreck of the pirate ship from the flashback. The two converse peacefully. Ocean Master assures Aquaman that he is not responsible for the theft of the Atlantean scepter. In addition, he wishes Aquaman only happiness in his life. The final pages of the issue show some unknown person using the Atlantean trident at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. It opens a cavern and the trench creatures rush out.
So I guess the opening of the trench sort of is implying that there is going to be a, assault on the land, because that's what Aquaman seems to be implying throughout the entire issue, so it's kind of foreshadowing something like that happening.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely convinced yet, because from my perspective, it seems like the Atlanteans could just invade if they wanted to, and there's not much Aquaman could do.
This way, it seems like they can blame it on these trench creatures and whoever summoned them, as opposed to the Atlanteans doing it. It's like, oh, someone,
Gives them deniability.
Yeah, exactly. So whoever's masterminding this can say it's not the Atlantean people, it's these other creatures, these monsters.
Just in general, I think my main problem with these trench creatures is they're almost like zombies, like they're kind of mindless.
The perfect henchman is what you mean to say. Mindless henchmen that are monstrous. They just do what they
react on instinct, and I feel like in all the kind of DC events, it's all kind of similar. Also going on right now is the rise of the Third Army in the Green Lantern universe, and that's almost, in my opinion, the exact same thing. You got these kind of mindless zombies who are just, have one purpose, and that's just to kill.
It's all about the mastermind, I think. Once you have these henchmen are just mindless, so you really got to focus on who the mastermind is. So
I can agree with that. How the villain then just becomes who's pulling the strings. So whether it's the Guardians in the Green Lantern universe, or well, we don't know yet in Aquaman.
Do you think it's his brother?
Yeah, I do think it's Ocean Master. Just since he's always been a main villain for Aquaman. So what did you think of Ocean Master in his New 52 debut?
I thought it was very interesting that you can't even see his face, basically. He's just completely, the shadows all over him.
Okay, that also really bugged me, is throughout the entire issue, they never showed him. He was always in the shadows, or it was always behind him.
It's not like we don't know who he is.
Yeah, because he's on the cover. I mean, so, it's not a surprise at the end when we finally see him what he looks like.
We see Black Manta again in this issue, and he's being approached by Waller to become part of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, we obviously rejected him.
Yeah. Or
rejected her, rather.
Do you think he's going to go into the Suicide Squad now? Even after this whole thing? He rejects it now, but, eventually.
It's a definite possibility, but I think he still has a part to play in this event.
Yeah.
Even in the last Justice League, which was also kind of a prequel issue, the Cheetah also seems to have a part in it too. And she's like, let me know when the Black Manta gets here.
I'm looking forward to that next one, just to figure out what part she has to play with Black Manta.
So as a grade, what would you give this issue?
I'd give it a 3.5. It was a good issue, but it's a prelude. It was setting stuff up. Nothing really happened besides these trench things coming out. But
I'd give it a 3. I've been a really big Aquaman fan in the New 52, but I think this might have been its worst issue. I really think going into Throne of Atlantis, there should have been a lot more backstory. Geoff Johns has done a great job of having backstory in the previous issues, but it wasn't touched at all in this one, and I think it could have been incredibly useful in this issue.
Thanks for watching this issue of Between the Bags and Boards, and we're sealing it up right now, but
before we take off, we have a question for you, the viewer. Do you think it's Ocean Master who's responsible for opening the trench? And if not, who would it be?
You can leave the answer to that question in the comments below, or just via Twitter. We even have a Tumblr now. We're trying to do some regular blog posts there. And, please subscribe. You can check out our last Justice League 14 issue. It ties in with this prelude. And thanks.